You're listening to The Main Street Deal, part of Main Street Media. I'm Jordan. It's Monday, July 13th. Today we're walking through one real listing on the market right now. The business is an established residential and light commercial plumbing company in San Antonio, Texas. 8 years in business, owner plus 5 technicians. Revenue last year came in at $1.4 million. Seller's discretionary earnings, take home for the owner operator, landed at $220,000. Asking price is $602,005. Source is a current biz-buy-sell listing in the Texas plumbing category. Run the multiple. 6205 divided by 220 is 2.84 times SDE. For a Texas plumbing business, the median earnings multiple sites right around 2.85 times based on current comps. So this listing is priced squarely at market, not a bargain, not overpriced, fairly listed. Now the SBA math. Standard 7A acquisition loan, 10% down. On a $602,005 purchase, that's $62,500 cash out of pocket at close. The remaining $602,500 gets financed at 9.3% over 10 years, near the low end of where the SBA market is sitting in July, with prime at 6.75. Your monthly payment lands at $707. Annualize that, and you're paying about $866 a year in debt service before you take home a single dollar. Here's the gut check. SDE is $220,000. Subtract $866 in debt service, and you're sitting at roughly $13,400 a year as the new owner. That has to cover your salary, your taxes, and any deferred maintenance or equipment failures you inherit. If you're stepping out of a 130 W-2 job into ownership, the math holds. If you're expecting the full 220 on day one, you don't get it. The bank does. 3 things you have to verify before you sign a letter of intent on a Texas plumbing business. First, and this one is Texas specific and a make or break, the Responsible Master Plumber License. In Texas, every plumbing business has to have a licensed responsible master plumber, an RMP, on record with the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners. That license belongs to the individual, not the business. Ask the broker, point blank, who is the current RMP and are they staying? If the owner is the RMP and he's exiting at close, you have 90 days to get a new RMP on record, or the business legally cannot pull permits. Best case, you negotiate a transition contract with the seller. Better case, one of the senior techs is already RMP licensed. Worst case, you're hiring an RMP for hire, and those are not cheap. Second, revenue mix. Recurring service contracts versus one-time emergency work. Emergency plumbing is high margin, but it's episodic. A customer calls you once when their water heater fails, and you may not see them again for 5 years. Recurring service agreements are lower margin, but predictable. Pull 3 months of revenue by customer type. If more than 60% is one-time emergency, that's a volatile business. If there's a real service agreement base, 20, 30, 40% recurring, that's a moat. Third, the fleet. Trucks, drain machines, hydrojetters, camera equipment. A plumbing business at this revenue level runs 6 vehicles minimum. Vans depreciate fast. Hydrojetters cost $15,000 to $30,000 apiece. Get an equipment list with age, mileage, and condition, and price out the 2 or 3 items most likely to need replacement in year 1. That number goes straight into your working capital estimate. One yellow flag worth naming: if the owner operator personally holds the RMP license, personally holds the master plumber card, and is the one bidding all the big jobs, 3 of the 4 legs of this business are walking out the door on closing day. You need a written transition plan, and you need it in the LOI, not the closing docs. Verdict on this one: pursue. Conditional. The price is at market. The revenue and SD are real. But the deal only works if the RMP question is solved before you sign, and if the service contract base is meaningful. Both of those come out of one phone call with the broker. Here's the question I'd put to the broker on that call: who holds the responsible master plumber license? Are they staying past close? And what percentage of last year's revenue came from recurring service contracts versus one-time emergency work? That single question tells you whether you're buying a business or buying a truck fleet with a license risk. That's it for Monday. Find all of Main Street Media's shows wherever you license Zero. Subscribe, leave a review, and I'll see you Thursday for an operator story.